Go live. Right then. Oh, no, I've just realised I didn't set up the secondary screen. Bugger. Not sure what's going to happen there then. Hope I haven't got anything decent on my screen. Right then. I'm sure I took that off. Anyway, lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between. My name, in case you didn't already know, is Dexter, and welcome to tonight's low energy live stream, where tonight I have a few topics for you. I don't have many games to share with you, except considering one of the biggest games of the year was just last weekend, so I think most people want to take a bit of a rest. But yes, indeed, I do have a couple of games to share, and I've got just a few talking points. So, hello there, Martello. Thank you very much for dropping in. Good evening to you. I hope that you are doing fantastic tonight. I am doing reasonably okay. I have a slight niggling headache, but let's do this. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can entertain you for a little while. So, I see you've had a porta cabin dropped off. At least it looks like a porta cabin. It could be a toilet block. It could be a shower block. I don't really know. What is that structure that you've had delivered? Would you like to share with the class? Aha, right. I see. It seems that I'm quite a way behind, so it's entirely possible that I may have moved on by the time I actually get an answer from you there. As your comment has literally just popped up. So, I suppose the first thing I will share with everyone is I finally filled my notebook. The notebook that I always work from when I'm doing my streams. The thing that I make all my little notes in and everything beforehand. At least I try to. It's normally me sitting at lunchtime on a Wednesday sticking information on this. But but yes, I finally filled it. And I've had to move on to, it was the only notebook that was the same, in the same sort of style in the shop, with like the plastic bit or the elastic bit wrap round. I have a fabulous new notebook, a fabulous new glittery gold notebook. But it's paper, it'll do the job. I thought I would share that with you all. Hello there, Paul. Thank you very much for dropping in and saying hello. Martello, it's a Tesco van back. Right. And it's for sub-air storage. Right, that's fair enough. That makes sense. Oh, I'm lagging out already. But yeah, that makes sense. I bet that's quite a good size, isn't it? Is it like a delivery van, the sort of thing where you get your veg delivered when you do the home delivery section, or is this just an actual transport thing? I suppose not that it really makes all that much difference. But yes, it does. It looks like it'll certainly do storage. Right then. Albert, hello, you're just getting back from work. Bloody hell, Albert. Like, did they keep you late today? Was there something happening that you got held up? I've been wondering where you were. Right then. So, I don't know why I closed my notebook, considering I actually need it. But yes, I don't know if you saw that, Albert, or not, but I have a lovely new glittery gold notebook. It sparkles. Makes me feel fabulous. It's the refrigerated tray one. Right. And I'm assuming that the sub-airfield doesn't need to be refrigerated, though. Right, then. Let's just delve straight into this thing today, anyway. As you can see, of course, I am wearing my Nicky T limited edition t-shirt. Now, I haven't actually got any information on these this week, so unless Nick happens to be in the audience, if he drops in later on, I may ask, but I'm not sure what the availability is of these anymore. But if they are still available, go over and check out Nicky T's Facebook page if you like the look of the limited edition t-shirts, because I certainly do. Right. So, I think we will delve straight in here with the two games I've got to give a shout out to this weekend. First up is the Driverwood Walk-On. Driverwood is a site located near Gatwick. This game is on the 1st of the month, so that is this coming Sunday. It's £45 including a box of paint, or £20 with bring your own. Lunch is included in the entry fee, and the lunch is an option between a veggie burger or a beef burger. There is Wi-Fi and PowerPoints are available on site for all you people that are into your sort of vlogging, blogging, Instagram and Facebook and tweeting and all that sort of stuff. So you can charge your cameras, charge your phones or anything like that in between games, and you can even upload the photos that you're taking as you're going. Pyro is available. There is also a 5-star rated kitchen, and 4.5k air fills are available on the day. Next up, there is the big walk-on at Paintball Park, Kidderminster. Again, this is this coming Sunday. This one has free entry, but the site is site paint only. It's £45 per box of paint, which you have the choice between Tomahawk Zero or GI 3-star. Mag-fed players are also welcome, but at this event, no first strike rounds are permitted. Lunch is also included in the price if you book online, or you do have the option of £5 on the day. And with PPK, they have a nice covered over safe area and an on-site shop. So if you want to go and pick up any extra paintball gear when you're there, you know, maybe you've turned up and you're forgetting your fluffy, or you're forgetting some batteries, or maybe you just want to look at the nice new goodies, you've got that option when you get there. And also having a covered over safe area is always a blessing when you have bad weather. And apparently, unless things change, I'm under the impression that it's going to be raining this weekend. I know we're already having a bit of rain, but yeah, we might have a bit more. We might not. But a covered over safe area is always appreciated anyway. And the shout out this week goes to Richie Wong for both of those. Thank you very much, Richie. He was the first person to mention both these games on the post on UK Paintball where I asked him about these. In future, if anybody does have any walk-ons or big games or anything that they would like me to give a shout out to, feel free to post something up on my Facebook page or send me a message to my Facebook page, and let us know what it is that you want us to give a shout out to. My only request is that it is the weekend following this live stream, so I can give a shout out to the one that is directly coming up. If people do have information on big games that they would like us to give a shout out to, I am prepared to do those as a big game shout out, but I like to do this. I'm stumbling. I kind of like to be limited when it comes to big game shout outs, and I prefer to do one a week at most. But yes, I'm more than happy to do that if anyone is interested in that. Right then, so let's see what people are saying in the comments. Albert says, lots of machines have been broken. Lots of machines have been broken into, so had to do a stock count of 32 snack machines. Bloody hell. Was it 32 machines had been broken into, or was it just that you had to do a stock check of all the machines and see what had and hadn't gone? Bloody hell, mate, that's been a bit naff. I hope you're getting overtime for it anyway. Right then, so my mind's completely gone blank there. So, I hope, if any of you weren't here for Monday, I hope that you have had a good weekend playing it over at Mayhem, for those that may have attended. I have been checking out some of the photos that have been posted up, and there is some pretty damn good photos. It looks like a really, really hot weekend, and I am really devastated that I couldn't make it. Well, I'm not devastated, I'm not going to go off and cry, but I'm really disappointed that I couldn't actually make it down and play. It looked to be a fantastic game. I was talking with Albert, who was there on Monday night. I was talking with Albert on Monday night, who was there at the weekend, and it just sounded amazing. It's a game that is definitely going to be on my wish list for next year. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get down there and play that next year, because it just looks amazing. It really looks like they're a site that care about paintball and are really putting in some good effort. So I don't know where we should go from here. I don't know if we should just jump straight into the sort of the topics of tonight, because I have got some stuff prepped over on my secondary screen. Unfortunately, I can't remember if I set up my secondary screen or not on OBS. So, yes, Albert, Discord is set up. If you want to drop in, feel free. So yes, I suppose we'll just drop straight in with this, and I've lost my mouse. Right then. So, for those of you that may be interested, I can do this one without sharing my screen. For those of you that may be interested, superheroes versus villains have announced the charity that they are raising money for this year. So they've got a write-up on their Facebook page. I believe I have linked down below to their Just Given page. So I'll read through this, and I'll read through the information on the Facebook page, because I think it's probably going to sound best coming from their own words. So, this year's charity for the Superheroes vs. Villains Paintball Weekender is myeloma. I hope I pronounced that right. It's a disease that some of you may not have heard of, but something that impacted on my family in 2018. It's close to my heart, and we look forward to your support in 2019. £5 from every ticket will go to the charity, along with the proceeds from the raffle, auction and cake sale. If any of you lovely people or companies would like to donate some items for the above, then everything is greatly accepted. If you just fancy baking some cakes, then that would be great also. We have also arranged for a Just Given page so that anybody that can't make the event or simply wants to donate can do so. There is a link to the Just Given page, which, as I said, I have posted a link in the description down below. Thank you for your support, Steph. So, I think, you know, it's really nice to see games. I've got to admit, I don't know much about myeloma, but it's fantastic to see sites putting on charity games. And I also shared up on my Facebook page a link to the Just Given page, because the paintball community is generally quite a giving and caring community. So, I mean, I know that we sometimes have a bit bickering with different groups and stuff, but generally, when somebody wants help or needs help with something, paintballers do quite a good job of getting together and trying to support them. So, like I said, on my Facebook page, it doesn't matter if you're a villain, or maybe it doesn't matter if you're a villain with, you know, that just wants to feel a little bit fluffy on the inside, or if you are an actual hero. I suppose any help on the Just Given page would be much appreciated if you can't make the event. If you can make the event, just know that some money from the ticket sale will be going towards raising money for a charity that, I'm struggling to think of the words. It's a worthy charity. So, right, I'll close that one down. And for those that also may be interested, it is Superheroes versus Villains is towards the back end of next month. I believe it's something like the 26th, 27th and 28th. Although, give us a moment and I will just actually check those dates. It may be the 27th, 28th and 29th, I think. Yes, it is the 27th, 28th and 29th of next month. That is the 27th and 28th and 29th of September 2019. And it should be a good weekend, which hopefully I'm trying to convince the wife to let us go down and attend. Right then. Hello there, Albert. I don't know if you're talking or not, but it says that at the moment your microphone is turned off. Right, I'll close that down. So,
want to put in.
Fair enough, mate.
I was waiting till you want to put in.
Fair enough. That's much appreciated. Thank you very much. So, how are you doing the day?
It was a nightmare at work.
I'm not picking you up very clearly there, Albert. I'm going to drop out the chat. And
yeah, I'm not picking you.
I'll just leave the Discord. So I'll leave the Discord chat channel and I'll drop back in. Hopefully that'll sort it out. Disconnect and reconnect. There we go.
Is that any better?
Yeah, coming through fine there now.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't hear you very well neither. That's why I had me mic on mute
Ah,
because I
right.
didn't want to go over the top of you.
Yeah.
But I've also muted Facebook because there was a delay. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare at work.
Aye. That's so. What was the situation? Was it like 30 odd machines that had been robbed from, or was it just a couple of machines, but you had to do a stock check on all of them?
I had to do a stock check on all of them. It
Yeah.
was 4 machines at the end of it, but we didn't know because whoever was doing it was quite shifty about it and was locking the doors.
Right.
It was opening the door, taking the money, and locking the doors.
Ah, so they've
So we
actually been
didn't
taking
know.
the money.
Yeah, no
Oof.
stock, just took the
Yeah.
money out of the machines. So we didn't know which machines. So not just me.
Yeah.
Everybody had to stock count
Yeah.
all our machines.
Well, I hope you're getting overtime for it anyway.
I hope so. No.
Aye. Bro Paintball says the villains is where it's at. Well, I would concur with that. If I do actually get to go and play the event, then yes, I would have to agree with that. Gav says that he's booked up for the villains as well. Yep. This is support. Yeah, support for our overlord, the Kingpin. And Ben says audio issues, stupid interwebs. Yeah, I believe that is pretty much the case. It's stupid internet.
I say I'm hoping to get down to the villains. I'm still not 100%, but
Yeah.
I am hoping to get down. It's whether or not I'm just down there for the Sunday or if I'm down there for the full weekend.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can all get down for the full weekend, or at least get down on like the Saturday night and then play on the Sunday, something like that.
Well, I wouldn't mind getting down to play the 2-man tournament, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that should be that should be fun.
I'll probably look forward to that more than the actual big game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like, is it a case of going out and playing pump?
Definitely.
Going pump into the 2-man tournament.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There'll be the whole point.
Aye. Go and show them how it's done.
I don't know about that, like.
Well, got to give it a try, haven't you?
Well, I wanted to play pump at the JCC, but I got like not overruled, but a few people weren't happy with the fact that I wanted to play. They didn't mind me bringing the pump out later on.
Yeah.
But they didn't want me to start from scratch playing with the pump.
Yeah. I think
and to be fair, by the end of the first day, I was quite happy not playing with me pump because we actually played well. If we played crap, then that was a different matter. But we actually played quite well, so I didn't want to then look like the weakest link. It was like, why are you playing your pump? Where we could have done a lot better if you'd stuck with the AMX. So I didn't want to look like the weakest link.
Oh yeah, I totally appreciate it. I mean, I felt along the same sort of lines myself. But for the next event, I'd be tempted to maybe start off with like a mechanical, and then see how it goes from there, and swap over to a pump partway through myself. Basically, like what Gavin did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have been fun for the three of us have taken pumps out.
I would have loved to actually get games. I would have loved to have a full team.
Yeah.
A full 10-man, all pumps.
Because because when it comes to playing pumps, people are going to fight hard because nobody wants to be beaten by the pump team.
I think they were like that to start off with. I think they didn't want to get beat by us when we were like a scratch team and build to not go nowhere, and so I think they were coming at us hard anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was a bit of that. Like, Paul says, Piranha Long Barrel and a 6-pack available if you want to give it a go. I am pretty damn tempted by that, like Paul. That's a nice classic setup. That
definitely.
Yeah. And Gav says that he's driving down early on Sunday, which maybe I can't say for certain, but that may be what I have to do if I'm told I'm not allowed to go and stay over for the weekend. It doesn't count as staying over if you're awake the entire time.
It's not that far, is it really? We're not talking like Mayhem, which was like nearly a 5-hour journey.
Yeah.
What is it? The skirmish Nottingham, but two.
I'm gonna have a quick look. Google Maps. I'm doing it on my phone so I don't slow my laptop down.
I would guess about 2.5 hours.
Is it Ollerton Road, Nottingham?
Pass.
Yeah, that's definitely not it. It's literally right beside a river where it just gave us the information on. I should have said skirmish paintball, shouldn't I?
Boom, 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 boom.
Skirmish paintball, Nottingham. Right. Directions. From my current location, it's 2 hours and 38 minutes. So that's actually not that bad.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty damn good. So, yeah. Gav says 2 hours for him.
Yeah, about 2 hours for me, you know.
Yeah. Hello there, Gavs. Thank you very much for dropping in. It's good to see you. Well, it's good to see that you're in the chat channel anyway. You just know what I mean. Yes, welcome. So yeah, it'll be about 2 hours for you.
No, it's roughly on that line.
Yeah.
I have family down there, see.
Yeah.
It's about 5 minutes for Colin.
Yeah. As seems to be every site. It doesn't seem to matter where Colin is, he's always 5 minutes away from somewhere. He just nip down on his bike. Right then. So, Albert, I don't think I'm not sure if we mentioned it actually on stream or not the other night, but the JT plain trousers, or the new JT plain pants.
Oh yes. No, we didn't mention them.
Yeah. Yes, right. Well, I'm going to go over into OBS at the moment, and now I'm going to try the share screen here, but I'm not actually sure what it's going to give. I'm not sure what information it's going to actually pop up here. So I'm actually going to open up a secondary window on here just for... I'll open ANS. There we go, and that's going to be relatively safe. It'll be. I bet it's the skull pods. Yep, it's opening the skull pods. That was the last thing that I had open on from ANS.
What a surprise! You dirty young man.
I've been quite restrained on posting that picture. I did actually ask Gassy if I was allowed to post it on UK Paintball, and he said, no.
Wonder why?
Yep, I've got the wrong page here. So, right, and what have I got to do? Window capture. So I need to go into properties and flick over onto this one. There we go. Okay, there we go. Right, and ladies and gentlemen, JT. I'm not sure if they must be coming from Key. Are launching doing a relaunch of the JT plain pants, the old school JT plain pants with the big knees on them and stuff. Now they are going to come in numerous colours, as you can now see on the screen at this very moment. We have red, sky blue, teal, purple, chalk grey, brown, hot pink. Hot pink is always a nice option. Lime green, and if I get this right, also come in ocean blue, olive, silver grey, referee yellow. Please don't wear those if you're playing on a normal field. Summer blue and burnt orange, just like my hair. So these are one of my all-time favourite plain pants. It fills me with joy to see that these are being relaunched, and it is a 15-year anniversary relaunch. I can't remember if I've already just said that or not. What doesn't fill me with joy is the fact that these are retailing at $129.95, which I believe is still going to be around about £120 in the UK.
I've just googled it, and it is £106.47.
Yeah, but once you start adding on import and stuff like that, it's probably going to be around about £120 in the UK, and that disappoints us. But that's because I'm a skinflint. I begrudge spending money. You know, you don't get rich by spending money, and I intend on being rich one day. No,
seriously though,
yeah.
over. Do you not think it's like paint pants and tops and masks are just getting so expensive? How much were these JTs when they first come out?
I don't really know. I mean, 15 years ago would have been 2004, right?
Yeah. Shit, I
Hang
bet
on,
they went.
I've just
Bet
clicked
they
on the
went
wrong
100. I bet
page
they went
there.
over. I bet they went over 100 quid.
I don't know, like. I wonder if I can find any information on the internet for that. JT paintball pants 2004. I'd be kind of interested in finding that out. JT cargo pants, nope. That's all new stuff. JT 2004 tournament paintball pants. Right, and save. Right, this isn't exactly what I was expecting. That seems to be adverts for Viagra.
Hey.
I don't think that's a legitimate site. JT pants, Mike's old school gear for sale. I can't seem to find anything without going into like good detail. But I would probably guess that maybe like I would say maybe like 70 quid or something. Actually, yeah, Gav's just said didn't like them first time round and still don't like them. I think they were about £70.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, so, but
They
I
were,
think
they
that
were
was
130. Yeah. That's like doubled in price.
yeah. That's it. That they have gone up in price. But I will give them that if this is going to be sort of like a limited run, then yes, you kind of expect to pay a little bit more for them because people are going to. These are probably going to sell relatively fast if it is only a limited run. But yeah, I mean, I've loved JT playing pants since I started playing.
Aren't we talking GI Sports here? That won't be a limited run. They'll do that to the death.
Yeah. Well, if they are going to do it, like if they are just going to sell these as a complete new product, well, not a complete new product, but you know, if they're just going to start selling them again, then I hope that they decide to go down the route of changing, like up some, giving with some extra colours as well. Like I want to see the camouflages come back. I want to see different types of camouflage come back. I want to see the JT playing shorts again.
I'd be interested in a pair of shorts.
Yeah. Because the only time you ever see the JT playing shorts now is second-hand, hit or miss here or there. You don't see them all that often. But the JT playing pants, if these have been made to the same standard that the old ones were made in, my JT playing pants are still wearable and they're probably still usable, but in the condition they are in now, at this moment, I'd be afraid of using them in case I damage them any further, because I plan on getting them repaired. My JT playing pants, the ones that I currently have, playing at Speed Weekend, I'd noticed that the knee had started to fray, and I slid into a bunker, and the knee burst open on them. But it's burst along all of the stitching, just on the top of the knee where it attaches to the leg of the pants. Now that should be able to be stitched back up, and then they should be usable again. But those pants, if this is the 15-year anniversary of these being released, are like 15-year-old. These pants have been in paintball longer than I've been playing paintball. And my JTs that I've got, they weren't even new to me, they were second hand. And I've still got a set of old JT, like my first set of JT playing pants that I genuinely can't get into anymore. They are my target pants.
they shrank in the wash.
If they shrank in the wash, they shrank in the wash a few years ago. But I mean, I absolutely love those. And yes, the badges have gone off. There was like a sort of a plasticky badge on the front of the legs, which you can see in the photos. Yeah, it's got JT on it. It's like the JT logo. I think both of those had come off my old JT playing pants, but the pants themselves are still perfectly usable. And the padding on the knees is so thick. It's you don't even necessarily need to wear knee pads with them when you're playing. You've got these huge inbuilt knee pads to start with.
I wonder if they've stuck to the original. I wonder if the JT badges are going to be plastic, or will they be embroidered on this time? Like a lot of playing pants now with any badges are embroidered on, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think they've gone for the not on these ones. I think a lot of companies do the embroidered patches now because it's probably less likely you're going to break on it. You know, with the JT patches, they were kind of hard, so I think you're more likely to get a break on those. But that said, I mean the knees made up for that completely opposite. The knees I always found were very bouncy.
So I'm just thinking back in 2004, embroidery would have been a lot expensive as well, where now it's a lot cheaper.
Well, if these photos are legit, then I would be inclined to say these look like they are the original style, sort of hard, well, not hard plastic, but flexi plastic patches. I don't think these are going to be embroidered on. And even if they are embroidered on, yes, it will reduce the value of the pants themselves in case anybody wanted to resell them. But if you're that worried about them breaking, just unpick the stitching from the patches and take them off. I mean, that kind of happens over time with them anyway. But yeah, just take them off. To me, it doesn't affect you're losing the patch, but you've still got all the perks of wearing a set of JT plain pants. They're just amazing pants. But yeah, it was actually Albert that tagged me in the fact in this post originally. Anyway, so if anybody is interested in, I'm not sure if they're up for pre-order at the moment or if they're actually up for sale.
Yes.
So it's just
£19 on pre-order.
Right, so £19 pre-order. Yeah. If anybody is interested in checking it out, I have posted a link in the description to the seller's website, I suppose, to the seller's online shop. Go check them out. Get in there, get yourselves a set of JT plain pants before I can try and find some money and snaffle any of them.
Yeah, NSK are doing them now as well. Lone Wolf for the first ones to jump on, Lone Wolf paintball.
Yeah.
But now NSK are now also got them up.
It doesn't surprise us that ANS would jump on them, but I'm actually quite surprised that. I mean, I've never heard of Lone Wolf before. I don't know if they are a big shop or if they're a small shop. But when you think paintball shops, at least online paintball shops, one of the first ones that you'll go to, generally, at least especially to me, is ANS. You know, to me, if I think online paintball shops, I think ANS and Paintball Gateway. Then if I'm looking for sort of used parts, it'll be Batchy Paintball. And if I'm looking for something in the UK that I know I'm going to be able to get fast, especially if I want to support UK industry, which I do, then I generally buy stuff from like Talk Paintball, or sorry, not Talk Paintball, but Fat Bob's, BZ, and Just Paintball. That's generally my three in the UK that I would go to. But yeah, when you think online shop, most of the time I think ANS. So I've never hearing of Lone Wolf Paintball before. I was quite surprised that they were the first to sort of for this to pop up on.
They've got a large media presence. I mean, bigger than NSK. They do 2-3 YouTube videos a week.
Yeah.
And they do a lot on Facebook. Yeah. I'll follow them on YouTube. Yeah, they do.
Now that you mention it, Albert,
what's in the gear bag? They go around. They do a lot of stuff with Reaper.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, actually, I've just realised I haven't even liked the page. Now that you mention it, were they the guys that did the video of the PAL loader and the Ether 2 shooting?
Yes.
Right.
The guy where he was really shocked how fast the Ether 2. Yes. That's Lone Wolf people. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully I'll actually see posts from there now since I've just liked the page. But thank you very much for the information there, Albert, because I genuinely didn't realise that they were as big as they are then.
Yeah, I would say media presence wise, I don't know what the shop's like because obviously in America, but they do a lot of more than NSK.
Yeah.
They do a thing where they'll go to tournaments and ask players what's in the bag.
Yeah.
So they get their players to empty the bags to show them the guns.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff with Reaper. They do a lot of interviews with like semi-pro and pro paintballers.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of in-depth video reviews of new products.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner is a big. That's why I'm surprised you've never heard of him before, because the owner is a big Cocker fan,
Right.
and they do a lot of stuff about the free flow Cockers.
Oh, right.
So I'm surprised you haven't heard of them before. I will send you a link to his Facebook.
Right. Thank you very much.
Not Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah. Ah, nice one. Thank you very much. Because I will follow. I will go from after the stream. I will follow that just because. Well, yeah. I mean, it actually sounds quite interesting. Right. But yes, anybody, if anybody is in the market for a new set of playing pants, I would highly recommend JT playing pants, because if these have been made the same specification as the old ones, they are just amazing playing pants, and they also look far cooler than these skinny jeans that people are wearing now.
Oh, they're awful.
Right.
HK Army skin tight crap.
Yeah, they're just skinny jeans and paintball just aren't pleasant. Especially if you're over the age of like 25, because then you just look like an old man trying to look cool.
You put me in a pair of them, I'd look like Max Wall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever remember that comedian from the 70s.
Yeah, the other night he sent us
when he used to do the stupid walk. Yeah. Gavin Gassy will know who I'm on about.
Aye. Yeah. Alright, and what can we go on to next? I suppose I'll bring up the C96 carbine from Sellswords Paintball. Now, Albert, I know you don't like Magfed. But I do think some Magfed stuff is pretty cool, and I do like it when people sort of innovate and try and create new things as well. So I have shared stuff from Sellswords before, but I'll post the images up for this in just a minute. But I've actually got in fact I'll transfer this page to over here, so that I can actually read this while I also show off the pictures over here. Right then, so what am I looking for here? Right, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sellswords C96 carbine stock. Features a rear-mounted sling. Features a rear sling mount. Christ, that was a stroke. Built-in 9CI air tank, and backwards compatible with all C96 FSRs or FRSs. We still have to reprint some parts and get a macro line set up before it goes on the site, but no more remote lines. So thoughts so far. And I'll move over here and I'll show you some of the other stuff. For those that may be interested, apparently these use SAM mags, which are literally half of a damn mag. Now, I don't know if this is something that that Sellswords are producing themselves. I don't know if somebody else sells SAM mags, but I had never heard of them until I was looking into this a little bit. Now, there is a link if you're interested in this and anything else that I talk about in the show tonight. I try and put links in the description down below to as much as I can. So there is a link to Sellswords in the description. If you're watching this at another point and you want to check stuff out, I do also share a hell of a lot of stuff on my Facebook page, which I believe there is a link to in the description down below as well. So yes, now
that looks like a World War II machine pistol.
Yeah, broom handle Mauser.
Yes.
Well, I think that is exactly what it is meant to look like. Now, if I remember correctly, the broom handle Mauser actually came in a solid wooden case that, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Colin or Chan pop up and start talking about it, but it came in a solid wooden case that the pistol slid into, but then you could also slide when you slid out of the holster or wooden case, you could then clip the case into the back of the pistol grip, and it became a carbine. I'm not sure. Yeah.
The case was the stock.
Yeah, that was it. It slotted on the back of the pistol grip.
Yeah, the case was the stock. It's quite famous for it because it was also in one of the Bond films from Russia with Love.
Yeah, I believe it was also in Resident Evil. Yes. Can I assist you, wife? All right.
I wouldn't know about Resident Evil, but I know for definite
I'm
that
pretty...
that was they like I say the gun actually fitted into the stock. And so did the longer barrel.
Yeah, which I think is actually quite a cool idea.
The
it keeps everything all nice and tight.
Yeah, like Paul said, it wasn't the case; it was the pistol actually fitted into the stock.
Yeah.
So the stock turned into definitely. Yeah.
So
is this a prototype?
At this point, I believe it may be a prototype, but this is something that will be going into production from Cell Swords if anyone is actually interested in it.
There's a lot of plastic and there's a lot of
I think
tie wraps.
Yeah, I think they actually sell the I think they actually print the stuff themselves. So they do like the 3D printed shotguns and stuff like that, or the 3D printed flintlocks, which a lot of the stuff is exactly what I'm into. Now, if it was solid wood, that would be awesome. But unfortunately...
But then the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As an alternative, what I suppose somebody could do if... Now, I would say if you just want something nice and simple, I would look at just buying this. Buying it off the guy, and there you go, that's the problem solved. But if you're a sort of a tinkerer, like I can imagine Chan doing it, buying sort of like an airsoft version or a replica version or something like that, and taking the pistol grip off and actually mounting that to another marker and making your own.
If you just hid the screws on the stock, it would just...
Well, I suppose
that loads better.
The thing is, the way it is at the minute, I believe he's made it so that because you can buy the broom handle version, like just basically the pistol version.
Yeah.
You can actually buy that off him as well, and I believe he prints all of the parts separately so that, and then makes them so you can combine them later on.
So this whole thing's 3D printed?
Pretty much, as I understand it.
Obviously not the internals and not the barrel.
Well, it's actually, if you look at the side of this one, you can see it's
based on a 7?
No, it's a Tiberius T8.1. So it is actually semi-automatic as well.
So it'll not work then. It's Tiberius.
I don't know. There seems to be a lot of people that actually swear by the Tiberius range.
Oh, unless they've gotten better in the last couple of years, their pistols were the pants basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I'm not like no. They were good idea, but they just never seem to work. To the point that I know, might not be the same now because I know Tiberius now call themselves First Strike.
Yes.
On the guns, because that's what a lot of people go. That pistol says First Strike on it. It's a First Strike pistol. No, the company's called First Strike.
Yeah.
If the gear's getting better, because I have noticed that more shops are selling them now, but I do know that one company, still sell the products but refuse to fix them if they ever broke.
Right.
Because they were that temperamental and that hard that if you came back to them, they literally just shipped them back to Tiberius.
Yeah.
They wouldn't look at them.
Well, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure Tiberius basically started in less than lethal stuff. I mean, the first straight rounds, the pistol. Although did they buy the rights for the first straight rounds off someone else?
No, Tiberius made the first strike round. It was known as the Tiberius First Strike. But then they changed the name and they've slowly dropped the Tiberius bit, and they now just call themselves First Strike.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
No, that second picture's hideous.
It's so
stick a hopper on it.
I believe that's something else that Cell Swords actually make is they make adapters for the Q loaders. So if I believe you can actually get those for the TPX as well. So if you want to run a Q loader on a Q loader pod on a TPX, you can.
Why?
Because why not?
Why? No.
And
stick a hopper on it.
I think this is the last one. Yeah, so you can kind of get an idea of the sort of sizing on it. But see, I would like to maybe do something like that.
It's bigger than the whole blooming gun, and it's just...
What, the Q loader?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I'd kind of like to see something like this done
I like
with
the one with
Phantom.
the first back.
Yeah. I would like to see something like this done with a Phantom, but I would do it... I would do it with a stick feed over the top as opposed to a mag in the bottom, but that's because of my sort of style.
Yeah, I could, yes, I can, yeah, a stock feed class on the top, yeah, the single magazine at the bottom, yes, not that. Put a hopper on it.
Stick a drum mag on it.
Well, that's just as bad. Just put a hopper on it.
I think this might be the last picture that they've actually uploaded of it, so I can move on. But there you are. You can see the. Again, it's just another shot of the pistol.
Yeah,
but,
you can see the tie wraps on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the tie wraps there are just obviously to hold the tank in place, and I think this is more of a prototype as opposed to a completed product.
I'm being a twat.
That's alright. But I would guess as well that you know, well, to be fair, I suppose with having tie wraps in, it means it's a reasonable quick release. It's you can actually get into
release and very easy to repair.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you can just cut the tie wraps off. You can get the tank out if somebody wants to check your tank, and then just screw it back in, stick the cable ties through, and crack on.
Now, if you could make that with a TPX,
I think it would be a real struggle to make it with the TPX because of where the mag housing is on that, and I don't know how easy it would be to start moving.
That's why they went with the Tiberius something because of because it has the. I was saying that like they must have literally kept the air through stock, haven't they?
Yeah.
That they see.
Actually, to be honest, I'm not actually sure how they've actually done that with the. Because the T8.1 had the mag in the pistol grip, so that would have been behind the trigger. So the entire lower receiver of this thing must have been a complete rework. And then I'm not sure how they've got the.
And how do you half a die mag?
It's probably a case of just it's probably been a case of he 3D prints his own, unless, as I said earlier on, I'm not sure if you can get SAM mags somewhere else. I don't know if they are something that a company is producing or if this is something that all sorts are producing themselves.
Sorry about that.
It's alright, it just sounded like there was some like monks praying in the background.
My daughter's just been in the bath and she's dragging the chair along the laminate floor. Yeah, I'd like.
I don't know.
I'd like to see the finished art. I hope that's not the finished article, and I'll reserve judgment till see the actual finished article. But it does look a bit cool, and that's high praise from me with it being a mag fit.
Well, I definitely think with having the screws on the side, it does kind of take something out of it. But I suppose if you wanted to go down the route of modifying it a little bit more so that it looked a bit more realistic, you could sort of patch over those and then paint it or something like that. But I realise that with a new product, you probably don't want to do that. But I do still think that this is very cool, and I would love to see somebody running one on the field. Because the other thing, I believe this is actually first strike ready out of I don't want to say out of the box, but I believe it is actually first strike ready.
But Tiberius, the Tiberius pistol, the Tiberius pistols were first strike ready, or you could get free upgrades to turn them first strike ready.
Was it not from the 8.1 that was actually first strike ready? Because I don't think the first strike were even around during the first, not when when the 8 came out.
I know you could get conversion kits for the 1.5.
Yeah.
And they were free if you you paid shipping for them.
Yeah.
I don't know about any earlier than that. And like you say, it was definitely the after the 8, and then that rifle that they made where the stock was just ridiculously long. Not stock, mag. The mag was just like you couldn't lie flat on the prone on the floor with it because the mag would be like above your head.
Yeah. I believe that was the one where in the promo photos they had it on a bipod, and the bipod the mag was actually longer than the bipod.
The bipod, and yep.
Yeah. Good boy. Right. So I'm just gonna have a look what else we've got. So I think we're pretty much running out of topics now. We've talked about the Sellsword C96, the JT playing pants. Actually, there is one thing which I totally forgot I was supposed to look for the link for before. I'll look under here, and I'll bring it up. I thought he had stolen something there. Right then, where are we? Oh God, my laptop's running so slow. Because I told Colin I would mention it. So where is it?
Heroes versus villains.
Well, yes.
Well, while you're looking for that, did anybody see? I know Paul posted up on my page. The video from Backy paintball of that one of the very first ever custom paintball guns.
I saw it, but I haven't actually seen the video yet.
Yeah, it's nice.
And funnily enough, it looks like a rifle-y type thing as well.
Looks like a pump action shotgun.
Yeah.
It's modified air weapon.
Yeah.
And it had a low and a high velocity. High velocity was at around about 400. The low velocity is about 240. And
right.
what they did, it was just a switch at the back you could flick.
Yeah.
And what they did was, by the looks of it, they've literally just made a hole.
Yeah.
About so far down the barrel, attached a stock class feed, and you pump the gun. Then you got it manually forward and back, which puts one ball into the chamber, and then the ball has to roll slightly back before it can be fired. So they've literally, if you know what I mean, they've just literally just cut a hole in the barrel and attached the stock class to it, and that's how it shoots the paintballs.
Nice. It sounds so. Is it something along the lines of like a pump action shotgun?
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Someone did post images of it.
It's a Crossman BB shotgun.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That they modified. Yeah. Yes, because he does mention about but yes. Now Paul said that, I've just remembered. Yeah, they did mention that in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I will have to watch that video after the stream.
I think, what's it? Is it 6.8 caliber? Posted up pictures of it.
Very possibly. I don't know who actually runs the 6.8 caliber page, but they share a lot of cool stuff.
They do, yes.
Yeah. I don't know where to find everything, but they do share some really, really awesome stuff. Paul says, any sparkles to match your new notebook? No, my notebook just has its own sparkles.
That was in. I think I noticed that was to go with the JT pants. You know, you were mentioning the colours.
Yeah.
I think he was asking us, was there any sparkles to go with your notepad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no sparkly JT
Lord.
pants.
I've just seen one of the new posts from 6.8 caliber. My good God.
Right.
I'll have to send you that.
Yeah. I'll just tag us in or something, because if it's cool, then I'll be sharing it on my Facebook page as well. Anyway.
Yeah.
I suppose we will drop over onto. I'll go back on the share screen. I told Colin that I would give him a shout out for this one. So, share screen. There we go.
Somebody's already tagged Chan in it saying make one of these.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right, so superheroes versus villains. Paintballers, the Kingpin, aka Paint Magnet, wants you join the villain cause. September 28th and 29th at Skirmish Nottingham. It's good to be bad. And then, as you can see on the bottom there is somewhere where there is an email or a website that you can visit for to book your ticket. The event is sponsored by Valken and GI, and it's being held at Skirmish Nottingham. So get yourselves down, go and book in for Colin, and fight for the good bad side. But yeah, come along. It should be a fun weekend. And as the poster says, it's good to be bad. There you go, Colin. I've gave you a plug. But I believe Colin does actually attend in costume as well. What's that on outside? Is that a helicopter? Shit, the police are coming for us.
That was a regular thing around your place?
Well, it is, but not normally right above my house.
It's the only time you ever see a helicopter, is it?
Yeah.
So, oh, there's a helicopter again.
It's one of them there whirlybirds.
I've tagged you in that new thing that 68 put up, and I've also tagged you in the post that Paul put up on Click Clack, so you don't have to search for it.
Nice one. Thank you very much. I'll check those out in a little while.
Has anybody watched the video YouTube of the Iron City Classic?
Yes. Well, I mean, obviously, Albert, you know that I watched it. We were talking about it earlier on today.
Yes. I wonder if anybody who's watching has watched it.
Yeah. I would definitely hope that that people have, because it's a fantastic video, and if you played Grand Central Classic and didn't see any videos or anything from that, or were just interested in Iron City Classic in general, I would definitely recommend watching that video.
I shared it on enough pages.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that you definitely spread that one round a little bit. But I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that it actually took us as long to watch that. Because I realised it was only like a day or something, but it was definitely worth watching. It was a great video, and it really made me miss playing GCC.
Yeah, definitely. I was gutted for some reason on your Facebook page, Dexter's Paintball Lab. If I try to post up, it posts up that I'm you.
Yes.
So, because I was trying to comment on that, saying yes, me as well, but it would look daft because it would have been you saying this makes me miss the GCC, and then I would have been putting I agree with you, mate. But it would have been you answering yourself.
Well, for anyone that doesn't know, Albert is actually an admin on my Facebook page as well. So Albert, if you ever do want to do something or post something like that, I think there is an option that you can then choose to write as yourself. If not, just tag underneath that that wrote it.
On the Mac, yes, but this was at work on the phone, and for some reason on my phone I can't, but on the Mac I can. I don't know why.
I would just tag underneath that it was you. You know, just once you've wrote the thing, just tag underneath. Like Albert or something.
Yes, Nicky T was in it,
Yeah.
Yes. How aggressive were the American teams?
Yeah, very aggressive. I think there was a lot of the American teams seemed to be playing it as if they were playing a normal super tournament. That's just...
I mean, there was some proper, there was a lot of overshooting, and some of it at point-blank range and blatant. Two guys going at each other, shooting shit out, and neither of them stopping until the ref jumps in.
Yeah.
I was like, my good God. I was like, Jesus. I know Nicky T did hint to it when he did his live stream from the airport lounge.
Yeah.
That the one thing that he was surprised at is the way he worded it was that the Americans just kept on coming. Yeah. They just never stopped, and they just kept on coming and kept on coming. I'm guessing that's what he meant by our class is just really
Yeah.
Well, it's aggressive, very aggressive.
I kind of wonder if that was a bit of mentality from some normal tournament style events. See, at least it used to be. Now, I'm assuming it probably is still a relatively similar situation. But in some, it used to be the case in X-Ball events, you'd shoot your opponent as much as you possibly could without incurring penalties, in the hope that when they were cleaning themselves off, they'd miss a hit. And then when they went back on field, which could literally be a minute later, they'd have it. You'd be able to go, ref, they've got a hit on them right from the offset. And I don't know if there's maybe been a bit of that mentality with some players, or if it's just been a case of they've just been really, really aggressive.
It wasn't just the gameplay, the build up as well.
Yeah.
There was one team in that video. They were very aggressive right at the start. You know when they do this huddle, and they were like effing and blinding and like really getting themselves
really hyped up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that it's a very, very common thing in a lot of sports. But obviously I don't know what division they were playing in or anything like that, but if it's just like a friendly sort of game and there's not there's not like hundreds of thousands of pounds online or anything like that, I don't think it's really necessary to get yourselves hyped up like that. But at the same time, I kind of can't help. I can't blame a team for wanting to get themselves hyped up.
What was the prize for the Iron City Classic? Anybody know?
I don't really know, but I know that obviously Dynasty won it and they had a big trophy at the end of it.
Yes.
But I don't know what else. I don't know if there was like a prize pot or anything like that. I mean, I would hope for the way that some of the teams were going on that there was a prize pot.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, don't get me wrong.
I'm losing you there, Albert.
Definitely play it. Definitely. Hello.
Yeah.
Hang
on. I'll just drop out again and come back.
Sure, it's not.
Right, and rejoin.
Hello.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, I can hear you there again. Sorry, you were saying?
Discord's on. It was an amazing event. It looked absolutely amazing. Yeah. I know Nicky T said that it's one of the best events he's ever been to and all that. And I definitely one for a bucket list without 100%. But I don't know. I liked at the GCC how there was a couple of teams taking it serious.
Yes.
But everybody else wasn't.
Yeah.
You had three teams, would you say, that were taking it?
I would say like the Rushers, the Sandbaggers, and the Predators, they were taking it really serious. And then
how about Joy?
Joy Division, I would say Joy will probably
because I was thinking more Joy Division, Preds and Sandbaggers, and I didn't really think about the Rushers.
No, Joy Division, they were. Yeah. I mean, I suppose when you see a player literally coating themselves in mud to make sure that there's nothing bright showing up.
But the big handbag...
I would say that's taking it pretty serious.
The handbags and Meow Meow was Preds versus Joy Division, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe there was a bit of that.
A bit? I thought it was when it all kicked off, all you heard was a load of us go, ooh!
Oh, I think our lack of seriousness is probably going to get us in trouble at some point.
And didn't somebody shout, put your claws away, you bitch?
I believe someone did, yes. But I'm not sure, was it the Preds where I'm a rather rotund gentleman these days, and rotund, sorry, and where we were standing by the Stargate on the concept field, and I heard something like 1, 2, 3 bread.
Oh yes,
it was the Preds doing like a pre-game, like a.
They remarked on it as well, didn't they?
Get-go or something.
Yeah, they were going 1, 2, 3 Preds, and we shouted bread. Who wants bread? I'll have a sandwich like this, and then if I remember rightly, they remarked that one of them walked past us and remarked on it something about "I don't find yous funny" or something along that.
Oh man!
Because we were doing it all the time. We heard it once, and then we were shouting it back at them: "Bread, bread!"
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think our lack of seriousness is probably going to get us in trouble. But, yeah. I just like to have fun. I like to have a laugh.
Well, it was a really good video, man. Yes. It was really well put together. That
it was a PB Nation video, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes. PB Nation, yeah.
Generally, the stuff that you actually see go up on the PB Nation channel is generally very, very high quality stuff.
Yeah. Yes, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dynasty were the eventual winners.
Yes.
Again, it was Image versus Dynasty in the finals. Yeah, I actually watched a lot of that. I watched actually a lot of that on live.
Yeah, because Image did surprisingly well, didn't it? I mean,
Yes.
I'm not sure. I can't honestly say that I know much. You know, and I know there's like certain big teams like Impact or Dynasty, Russian Legion, but other than those, they're kind of like pro paintball teams are a little bit like pro football teams to me. Except for I'm not interested in football.
On the Saturday they had a 5-man, and on the Sunday was the 10-man, and Image won their 5-man on the Saturday, and then come second in the 10-man. So don't think Dynasty had a 5-man team.
Yeah, well, they might have just been saving themselves for the 10-man.
But we laugh on one of the videos we see one bloke he can practically hardly walk.
Yeah.
Well, for break he's got a proper pronounced limp, but he's still getting out there. He's still playing. You know what I mean? It was good.
As Nick said, that's one of the reasons why he loved the GCC, because it was a case of bringing back players who they haven't played for years, and they've now got kids or even grandkids of their own, and they've some of these players they can't run, but if you can make it your back bunker, you can still be an effective player, because with it being a 10-man, there wasn't as much reliance on like 2 players being all the way up front of the field. And if you've got a team of like predominantly older guys who can't make it all the way up the field, as long as you can make it to your primary bunkers, you can still have a good match.
Well, he says that on the ICC, doesn't he? That a 10-man, there's something for everyone. Everyone can have a good game. Everyone can have their time in the sun, I think, as he puts it. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. I'm really looking forward. And if there's more events on, then I can only hope that I can make it to them. But, good evening there, Gassy. Thank you very much for dropping in.
Oh, we're going now, Gassy. That's normally Martello, isn't it?
Yeah.
We say goodnight, Martello appears.
Yeah. But Martello was in right from the beginning today. I don't know if he's still here or not, but...
Must have been shite all on telly.
Yeah. That's it. I think Hollyoaks had just ended, so...
And Love Island isn't on. That's probably why we've got 7 people watching, or they'll all be watching Love Island.
Aye. Well, you see, I have noticed that since Love Island ended, my viewing figures have dropped. So... Well, yeah, it is what it is. I'll wait till the next season, and then I'll maybe get like 10 or 12 people watching my stream. Right. So, yes, something else I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to, because it kind of makes me think back to like 2008, 2009 when I first started playing. Planet Eclipse. Yes, I am talking about Planet Eclipse again. Planet Eclipse are doing a hot sauce again.
They always do hot sauce, don't they?
Well, I haven't seen any for years. I must have just completely missed it. But Planet Eclipse are doing a Pineapple Express hot sauce, and this is where I go into full-on advertiser. A deliciously sweet hot sauce with hints of pineapples, served up with a kick in the hot pants. Available now from the Planet Eclipse website. So yes, you can drop down into the description down below, find a link to the Planet Eclipse Planet Eclipse website, and you can go on there and buy Pineapple Express hot sauce. Now, I think, I'm not sure if this was a limited edition run, I can't remember, but either way, get yourself some Planet Eclipse hot sauce, because the Planet Eclipse hot sauce is awesome. And it will also be available from retailers as well. So the next game that I go to, which I'm hoping will be Superheroes versus Villains, I will indeed be getting myself a bottle of hot sauce, and I'll probably get one for the wife as well, because that might get us some brownie points. So, but yeah, the last time I saw Planet Eclipse hot sauce was probably like 2009. So this makes me very, very happy that they are selling some again. if they've been selling it all along, then I've just embarrassed myself. But that's nothing new there.
No, I think they do bring them out in like batches, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I said the last one I can remember was just like was the late noughties. So yeah. It's making us feel very classic at the moment. We've got old school pants coming back, we've got hot sauce coming back, we've got classic style events coming back, mechanical markers are on the rise. Yes! Give me more. Right.
Plant Eclipse, make a pump gun.
Yeah. Actually, Albert, that was something that we never actually did the other week, is it?
What's that?
We didn't share that round.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We'll have to hunt out that image and we'll have to get that shared out. Oops, I didn't mean for that to play then. Right then, but the next one, I don't know if I can make this even bigger. Enter full screen. Right then, so then Albert. This one was sent to me by Albert, but I'm actually playing this from the Click Clack Pew Facebook page. I will transfer over. I thought, thank you very much for dropping in, Albert, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing this by myself, so I had planned on that we would play a little bit of that would maybe have a little bit of game of spot the marker and guess what is what. Now, I've already had a bit of a scan through this, and I'm fairly confident that I know a fair few of them. But I do feel a little bit bad that I don't know specific versions of some of the stuff. And also, I can't see exactly what some stuff is.
I got as close as I could. Imagine there was a trestle tables in front of half of them. If you noticed, I do walk around and get closer to the others, but most of them are behind large trestle tables. And my zoom on my phone's crap.
Right. Well, if I do get any of them wrong, it's because the quality of the video, right, and it's not because I'm clueless.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. Right. Well. So, I'm going to flick over onto the share screen here, and let's have a game of play along. What is that marker? So then, I think, starting in the top left, I'm sorry, Albert, because obviously you'll be probably watching this on stream, or unless you want to bring up a version of your own, and then we can play along as we're going. So, the top left, I'm not too sure. It does appear to be some kind of pump action, but I can't really see what it is from this video. Below that, I would kind of guess that that's. I think there was a long barrel kind of Splatmaster style marker, so that would be an NSG marker. But I'm not totally sure. Moving on to the third marker along, I'm inclined to see it as Sovereign, but I'm also not sure on that one. That to me, it looks very reminiscent of a Sovereign, but I might also be just completely wrong there. From the video, it could be I would say it could be a Sovereign, or
possibly. How far do I have to go back to find that bloody video? Colin's posted some.
But it could be some kind of JT marker. At a bit of a guess. I'm just going to bring back up the comment section here. Right. Obviously, the fourth marker in is the one and only SMG. Now, I'm saying the one and only. It's an SMG. It is definitely a Tipman SMG. But from this video, I obviously can't tell if it's an SMG 68 or if it's an SMG 60. Either way, that is one of the markers that is on my wish list, and I've got to have one of those at some point because they're just so damn cool. And I've wanted one of those things for years. So next up, we've got. Can I pause? Yeah, we'll go. Right. So I think that's fifth marker in. Again, is another Tipman. But is it a pro carbine? I might have made it up. I think it's It's a Tippmann. I think it's a Tippmann carbine, but I can't remember if it's a Pro carbine or Splat Rapide. Splat Rapide, not a Sovereign. All right. Thank you very much, Gav. Right. But thank you very much for that one. Yeah. So next, I think that is it's. I would say it's definitely a Tippmann, but I'm not 100% sure.
You've got the Splat Rapide. That's the second gun in. Then the third gun. That's definitely that's a Sovereign. Then you've got 3 Tippmanns.
Yeah. No, you haven't got 3 Tippmanns.
2 Tippmanns.
It's
sorry.
2 Tippmanns. Then you have a Sterling.
Sterling.
Is it a Sterling Tawny?
Yeah, it's an STP. Yeah, turbo.
Yeah, but it looks to be a right feed. So then after that, obviously, you have the old classic and NSG Splatmaster. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now these ones, this AK-47 looking thing.
Yep.
Ah, damn, that's a really bad sort of picture thing to have that paused on there. That's kind of gone really blurry. Back up a little bit. There we go. Right. That one, I'm really not sure on. Judging by the tank, that is a classic of a marker. And I would say, looking at the feed neck, which I realise that you can't actually see at the moment because I've got the pause screen on it, it looks like it's possibly an impulse feed neck. Which would make us... It would incline us to say that it is a Splatmaster, that it is a smart parts marker of some kind, looking at the feed neck.
Is it not Armor? Wasn't there a company called Armalite?
I don't know. There we go, that's slightly better. Yeah, I'm really not too sure on those AK-47 looking ones. Yeah. Right. So then we're moving on. The next thing along is, of course, an AGD 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got, I believe that is a Sheridan KP2. Directly below it is another Sterling.
Yep.
Which, can I get another shot? It's Sterling right feed.
That's the bronze.
Right, the Sterling bronze. That was the lower level one, wasn't it? I think they were like the cheapest one that you could get.
Because the bottle goes direct into the back, it's not on the handles. The bronze.
The three options were the Sterling bronze, the turbo, and which was like the tournament one, wasn't it? And then you had the stock class version as well.
Yes, you had bronze, STP, and then the stock class. The stock class was the all thing. That's it, Armotech. Yes, Gav.
Armotech, right?
Yeah, that AK-47. I said Armalite, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely.
Armalite is a real company, but they're
real steel.
Yeah, they're real steel. They're the ones that make the AR-15s and stuff. So Sterling bronze. Next up is of course another AGD 6-pack. Now this one, it's definitely a Nelson Valve clone.
Yep.
But I'm not too sure. Judging from the video, it looks like it may have a changer, a dropout changer in the pistol grip, which I'm not sure if anything that actually had that over the counter. I mean, although that's just looking at the photo there. No, I'll go back on that. It looks like it could have a direct fitting on the back of the valve. And I'm unsure if that is a stock pump arm or not. I definitely don't think it's a Phantom, but it could be. If it's a Nelson clone, it could be any variant of a Nelson clone. It could be like what have you got? You've got like the Tracers, Mavericks, Tiesos. There's dozens of them. Next up, is that a left feed Automag Classic? No, sorry, it's a right feed, but the feed neck was tilted to the left. Automag Classic, which looks to have a Tawny lock on it. I'm putting my hand in front of my microphone here. And that could be an expansion chamber on the front, or I don't know if it's a reg or if it's an expansion chamber. But that looks to be one hell of a dial on the side of it. So, following on...
Gav should get the next one.
Yep. I'm trying to get this paused on, like, where it's not blurry.
Gav's still got this gun.
It's Sheridan VM68.
Yep.
The next one, the one above it...
Brass Eagle, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
Brass Eagle with a stock.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, it could be a Brass Eagle. Like when Brass Eagle actually used to make good quality sort of markers. That's either an Angel. That'll be an Angel bottle reg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So underneath, Sheridan KP3. That looks to have the metal pump handle as well, which, again, that is another one that is on my wish list. I want to have a proper KP3 at some point. You know, having that inbuilt stick feed, having the proper stock class stick feed and everything. Awesome. Directly above that is another AGD Auto Mag. That it's got the proper sort of classic wooden style of frames on it as well. It's nice. But yeah, I can't see if that's got a Tony lock on it or not, or anything else other than that. But again, I'm not sure. I think that one actually does look more like a regulator. That looks like something that's kind of adjustable on the bottom of that regulator, as opposed to being like an expansion chamber or a gas through. Paul says it's an Angel Air, so yeah. I think I said an Angel regulator. I couldn't remember what the actual thing was of it. Now this thing here, that kind of looks like a bit of an Uzi looking thing. I've seen those before, but I can't remember what the name is of it. I'm not sure if that's I don't think it's a Brass Eagle.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
But those were you popped the cap on the back or something, didn't you? And you poured the paint in. Right. So moving on to that's a really bad sort of. Can I get a bit right? Looking up above that pump handle doesn't look too much like that's not looking very sort of phantom. It kind of looks like the pump handle's running quite far down the side of it there as well, to underneath the feed neck. Obviously it's an AGD 6-pack on the back of it. Gav says KP1, right. Paul says it's a Dark Side Uzi.
Yes. Right. Yeah. It's not Brass Eagle, man. Yes, right. Yeah, definitely 100% Paul. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this marker, this pump action on the top there. Again, from this photo, all I can tell is that it's a Nell Spot clone by the looks of it. I can't really see much more than that. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the best I can give you is that it's a Nell Spot clone.
Which one are you on about now?
The pump action that is at the top.
The one that's actually got the 6-pack on?
Yes, the one that's got the 6-pack on. It looks like it could be a long barrel like Nell Spot or something, just judging by that pump handle. It's quite the chunky pump handle on them, and the sort of the slotted bit on the front. That's just that. If it's that, then it would have to. Paul says it's a Razorback. It could be. It definitely could be a Razorback. Just the pump back the Razorbacks that I owned only had the sort of the normal tracer pump handle, where you've just got the two arms down the side and you lock them. But that looks very rigid, like I believe it's the pump handle, but the pump handle that you get on newer versions of the Nell Spot 007. Yeah. So dropping down below that, is that a PCS? Is it a PCS Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the.
I used to have one of them.
Yeah. 12 gram underneath the barrel, stick feed over the top. They were I think out of all of the sort of the pistols that you get that were like that, I think they were my least favourite. You had
mine never worked.
Yeah, yeah. You had those. There was no. It's not a PCS. If it is a PCS, I don't think it's the PCS Junior. Because PCS was Pursuit Combat Systems, and they had another pistol that it was along those sorts of lines, but it wasn't that exact one. It was more rounded, whereas the barrel on that one looks more boxy.
That's definitely the one I used to have.
Oh yeah, I've got every faith that that will be the one that you had, but I don't think it's a PCS. But I'm sure that one is something Junior.
Yeah, definitely, because there was the other one had like a quick release mechanism for the CO2 underneath, which was a lever that you pulled and that dropped out, where the CO2 was right inside, and it was quite fiddly. But yeah, that was definitely I had that. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, it was PCI.
All right, because I know that
definitely Junior.
Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure that one was the Junior. But then I don't know if it was PCS. PT Extreme, that was it. Because it was the PT Extreme Junior, or was it the PT Junior, or something like that. Yeah,
yes.
And Gassy says there was the Delta 68, which, yes, there was the Delta 68. There was the PTS, the PT Extreme. There was the PTS pistol, which I had that one, which was, I bought it off, I bought it at Universal Paintball, and it cost us like 25 quid or something, and I sold it for 15 quid because it never really worked the entire time I had it. And the event that I sold it to, the guy I sold it to shot 3 people. But and there was also the Aricon, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but that one was probably the most popular of all of the. It was the most popular and best known for actually working of all the paintball pistols that were around at the time. And it looked almost identical to the Delta 68, but it had more of a sort of an anime kind of look to it. Right, so moving on from there, I would guess that the next one is actually a 007. I would guess that is a Nelspot 007.
Yeah, with a big bolt going right the way through the middle of it.
Yeah, now that is a shame.
Can you say the bolt?
Yeah. The only thing I'd hope with that is that it's actually gone through, like, I'm hoping it hasn't done any damage to the marker.
Some of these are literally wall hangers, no internals.
Well,
because I asked Ronnie, and some of these are literally. He actually phoned the manufacturers up, and some of them sent them parts, and he made them up. Others are just bare shells. There is some which have been donated by people, and they are, when you go to the actual room, you can actually see which ones they are, because they're just held in place by a couple of pins, and the gun's balanced on them. But then there's others, like I say, like that that 007, big bolt going straight through, and I think why he did that for is to stop people from taking them.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, but I'd be inclined to think that that one might actually be salvageable, depending on the size of that bolt, because it looks like it could have gone through where, like, the thing was to see when the ball drops into the chamber.
Yeah.
So it may actually be usable if you want to have the internals for it. But I believe that must be a very, very early one as well, because the early ones they didn't actually come with a pump handle. The pump handle was something that was a modification that was then produced later on.
You had a little pin at the side. You had to pull
that was it. It was literally a bolt action pistol, because apparently that's where I believe it was from watching one of Tiger from Webdog Radio's videos years ago, where he talked about, that's where old school players used to talk about getting brass. They used to play with these old bolt action pistols, and apparently you can tell a really, really old player because some of them had, like, scars where they cut themselves from using these bolt actions. Right, moving on to the next one. I'm trying to find a good still there. This pump action that is on the bottom,
Bushmaster.
is a Bushmaster. I was going to say I straight up have no idea. I'm not familiar with anything that's got a pump handle
that long is Bushmaster. That's what I'm going off because of the length of the pump handle. It's a Bushmaster.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but just the length of it, I would say Bushmaster.
Yeah.
Now, and I haven't got a clue what that top one is.
Yeah, that's it. That top one, I've seen it before, but I've got no idea what it is.
Tell you what it is. I know it's semi-automatic. It ain't pump.
Oh yeah, well that's it. I mean, there is no pump arm on it, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I do kind of like that. It looks very sort of space agey, like Star Warsy or something, but no idea.
Now, obviously, I'm jumping the gun, but when you move along to your next one, now that for me, that's cool. That one with the
air tank on the bottom. Yes.
Yeah.
That is is it a Brass Eagle Nightmare? Oh, not a Brass Eagle Nightmare. Fucking no, Christ.
Say that. That's cool.
Is it a Sheridan Nightmare?
Yeah, Sheridan did do a Nightmare. Yeah. But that's a cool gun. That.
Paul says Paintmatic Nemesis.
All right.
And of course he's got one.
Gav's saying it's not Bushmaster.
Yeah, it's not Bushmaster. Nelspot Cobra. Right.
All right. I was just going off the length of that because I know Bushmasters have really long pump handles, but Gav's been knows a lot more about pumps than me.
Yeah. The one up the top there, it could be a Sam Patriot.
God knows.
Possibly.
I know the next one along's an Angel.
Yes. Possibly is an Angel IR3.
How bling is that 6-pack next to it?
Yes, the silver. It almost blends into the wall behind it. That proper blings, like silver plated
proper bling.
6-pack. Yeah, that's cool. But in between the Nightmare, the long barrel Nightmare, and
what's that?
Which one?
The one you're going about now. Between the Nightmare.
Yeah, the one with the tank on it. The one with the tank on it is the Nightmare.
Yep. That little one.
The little one in between the Nightmare and the Sheridan and the Sterling. That, my friend, is a Brass Eagle blade, if I am not mistaken.
Is it?
Yes.
I know the next one along with the whale fin hopper is. I know what that is. That's a Sterling.
In fact, 100%. No, is that? I think I'm wrong on that. Is that not an NSG Rapide? A Splatmaster Rapide without the box on the side, because it's that pump that bit on the back looks too much like the. No, it's not a Rapide, but it looks like it's got the same sort of pump action thing on the back, like the plunger.
Definitely could be a Brass Eagle, a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
Being a twat.
But yeah, that one in the middle there. Looking at this, I'm stuck between. It hasn't got the dropout changer on the back for it to be a Brass Eagle. I think that might be a Rapide, or it might be some kind of NSG something. Right. Gassy says he nearly asked him how much for the Angel. Which one, Gassy? Because there's two, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There's the blue one, and then there's like the second one.
Second gen Splatmaster.
It's second gen Splatmaster, right? Ah, no, that I'm not familiar with. I'm only familiar with the first gen. Right. So Paul says it's not a Sam, so that would be it's not a Sam Patriot, which is the one above the Nightmare. Gav says it's Brass Eagle Cobra. Yeah. Albert, do you want a copy of the? Or do you want us to send you a link to the live chat?
No, I'm alright. Right. I've kept up quite a. Rapide was a double action. Paul was saying.
The Rapide was double action. All right.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's the pump gun with the whale fin.
With the wheeler hopper. Yeah, that's another.
Yeah. That is a planned Eclipse.
Banzai.
Sterling.
Yeah, it was a band. Well, no, it doesn't look like it's been anode, but yeah.
But it's because of that you can obviously you can't see on this video because it's not very good, but it's got the milling and the sight reel, so it's a Planet Eclipse Sterling.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
That looks to be another angel that's in the corner there. I can't really tell what it is much more from that. Again, I would say that's another Tipman. Is it Pro Carbine or? Yeah, the one that's in the corner there.
Bottom gun is.
Is it? Looking at this, I can't decide if it's an. I would say it's a smart parts.
It's ion.
Is it an ion?
It's an ion.
I was actually going to go for an old school shocker.
It's an ion with a few bits with a body kit on it.
Ah, right then. Is it yours?
No, but it's definitely an ion.
Yeah.
I've had a good look at that gun.
Yeah.
It's definitely an ion.
Right.
Because you can get closer to these ones, see?
Yeah, yeah. Gassy says the blue one. But Gassy, they both look blue. Right. So then, moving on to the right. So then, these ones are... Oh, great. I thought I had a good shot there. Right. So, starting from left and going to the right again.
I should next time I go down, I'll zoom in and take singles of each one.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next time I'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Paul says it's a Tipman 68 special. Ah, right, yes. Yeah. I think that was the one that came after the 68 SMG 68. I think. Right. So starting from left to right here, I think that's an ADN. I'm not familiar with what the rest of the name is of it, but it was a chain-fed mag. Well, it was a chain-driven mag-fed gun. The mags they actually, as the marker fired, it cycled the chain round and fed the balls in that way. Now, with those, you can't actually get side panels so you can swap the side of the mags out, and you can actually attach a hopper panel, like a hopper, to the side of the panel, and give yourself effectively a mag-fed box mag.
Right.
And this was, I think they were probably, well, they would have been quite early on in paintball, so possibly around about 2000 or something like that, maybe, I'd a guess.
And then we've got another AK-47.
Yeah, from, what was it they said before there?
Armor Tech.
Yeah.
Yep. And how big is that M16 clone thing?
That is...
that is long.
Is it a Tipman Project Salvo, that M16-y looking thing?
No, I don't think it is.
Right. I wonder if that's the same thing that Graham...
I think it might be another Armor Tech.
Right. And in between, that'll be another Tipman. It's definitely a Tipman, but what is it? I think it's another 68 special.
What's that big silver thing in between?
No, actually, hang on. What the hell's happening here?
You've got another one with
we've dropped over onto one of Colin's videos. Thank God it's not an indecent one.
In between the M16 and what could be a Tipman. What's that big silver with it? It's got the stock on it and obviously the circle for you to put the tank.
Yeah. 1 second.
Unusual.
Yeah. That I believe is a brass eagle, but I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's a brass eagle because they were most commonly green.
It's a big thing, big ugly thing.
Yeah, you see that Tipman, it's not a Tipman pump, is it? Paul says it's a Tipman Pro Am.
Oh yeah, alright.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, moving on to that silvery looking thing. Yeah, that silvery looking thing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a brass eagle.
Reminds me of a duck.
Gavin says it's a golden eagle.
Alright, was that a duck? Don't know why, just because the shape of it reminds me of a duck.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, he says Gav says it's a golden eagle. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure they were most commonly found in like a green type colour. I think every time I've seen one, they've all been like green, yeah. Again, that's another Tipman. It could be Tipman. It could be the Tipman. What the 60th special or
that's
golden...
the pro.
Oh.
And another sterling. There's a hell of a lot of sterlings.
Yeah. Yeah. And that actually looks like it's got there's part of the stock from that sterling is missing. The actual T stock part on it is gone, but it does still have the part on the bottom for attaching the tank to it. I wonder if that's been taken off intentionally, or if it's something that's been lost along the way, or...
God knows.
And that could be that's definitely another pump, but what?
On the end,
yeah,
very last one. It's another sterling.
Another sterling.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So there we go. Paul says it was a P stock. Paul said the golden eagle kicked like a mule and weighed a ton. His is green.
It looks it.
Yeah.
It looks like it would weigh a lot of money.
I don't understand, because I mean they must have been relatively earlier on. Gav says, is that a ghost, the last one?
Ghost?
It could be. Actually, the pump handle on it's not right to be a sterling. It could be a grey ghost. The pump handle on it's too long. It's too long and thin to be the pump handle on a sterling. He says, it could be a Carter. I'd be more inclined to think that it's a grey ghost. Yeah.
See, it's the way the air hose is going straight into the back. I would say it's a sterling. Yeah, you got to like the problem is like that other gun that you were saying. The one was saying it was a Razorback, and you said that the pump handle don't right. They've got a load of fairy lights wrapped around that gun.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There is no fairy lights wrapped around the pump handle on it. Or it's not that you can see this.
On the Razor. You know, on the Razor one.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's got fairy lights wrapped loads around it. You were saying, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this last one is a sterling. Like, I think it's a possibly a Lapco Grey Ghost or something. It's a Nell Spot clone that has been rigged up to have gas being rigged up for to run a tank on it.
I could be wrong, but I don't think it has any Grey Ghosts up there. Because if he had, I would have found myself a pair of ladders.
There's some paint boxes he could have stood on. But no, I definitely not a sterling, Albert. It's a ghost. That's it. Like it's the pump handle on it. The pump handle is like a traditional sort of Nelson clone pump handle. But yeah, that's so that's part of the collection, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I would love to get down there and have a good look at stuff. Because there's some nice pieces there.
Gav, are you just saying that to be a...
could be a scepter. Hello there, Poseidon. Welcome. Thank you very much for dropping in.
He's just saying that to be a... Definitely not a Spectre.
Yep.
He's just saying that to be a... person.
But yeah, thank you very much, Albert, for sending that video over. But yeah, there is some awesome stuff on there. It's definitely one like I'm gonna have to go down and have a proper good look at that.
Yeah.
I'll just get rid of that so it doesn't start playing again.
I say my original video was quite a lot clearer, like. I don't know why they've lost a lot of...
It'll be because I've played it from a message, then onto my stream, and yeah. That'll be why, because you've got to remember, I'm having to run a lot of stuff on like the basics here just so that I can actually play properly.
Yeah. Right, so hopefully next year you'll be able to see it in person.
Gassy has just said Skirmish have just released details on a 10-man 5.5 Hyperball tournament on the 27th of October.
Ooh.
Very nice.
That's definitely on the Hyperball field, because Skirmish, we did speak about this, and they were saying it was sub airfield.
Right.
Because if that's on the Hyperball, that'd be fun.
Yeah. 12 teams, 2 divisions, 5 seeding games. Very cool.
27th of October.
Of course, Gav's right in with it. I'm up for it.
I'm up for it.
You know, it's one thing. Blakey's got a 1 of 3 ego for sale, and he's saving up to buy it. That's Poseidon. Very nice one. Very nice. Gassy says it's definitely the Hyperball field.
Oh, no.
Nice.
27th of October.
You're plotting in to see if you can actually make it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's going to be redesigned by Nicky T. Awesome. Gassy, you'll have to send us over information on this so I can share it on my Facebook page as well. Or just tag us in where this has been mentioned or something. Also, this one will interest you, Albert. I don't know if you saw it or not. Paul says it's the wrong colour to be a Spectre. They only came in black.
Good. Only come in, black eye.
Awesome.
Redesigned even.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We know what you meant.
Yeah. That's it. Your spelling didn't have to be like perfect. Come on, this is me. As long as it's got like the right letter at the beginning and end of the word, I'm probably likely to get it right, or at least be somewhere in the area. Oh, right. Oh, bloody hell. That was loud. Right, anyhow, I think the stream is kind of coming to a natural lull here. So before we get much more information passed in and we end up dragging this on for another couple of hours, I think this is my first warning that I'm going to be ending the stream soon. So
2 hours later.
Yeah, that's the one.
I was just looking to see if I could find any more information on that Skirmish game. Gassy has mentioned you. Here we go.
Nice one.
Skirmish 10-man Hyperball tournament. This year we've decided to do something a little different with our loved classic Hyperball. The field will be designed by Nicky T and rebuilt to his specifications. It will be limited to 12 teams, split into 2 divisions. Each team will then play 5 seeded games, and the top 2 teams go on to a round robin for trophies.
Nice one.
Entry fee is £360, but it will be site only, paint unlimited, and it will be 5.5 mech to accommodate all teams. Paint options will be classified soon, but we are looking for a selection of JI, Valken, and potentially Tomahawk.
Nice.
Booking is open now, so avoid disappointment and get your team booked in.
Very nice. Son, who likes the idea of it? Yeah, that sounds like it could be fun.
Yep.
Alright, Albert, I'm going to drop out of the chat and drop back in because I think I've lost you again.
That's what I need to do. I need to find out if I'm at work or not.
One sec, Albert.
Is it cocked up again?
Yeah, I was lost in you for a little bit there.
But I tell you what, I don't know about Storm Area 51. They want to storm bloody Google and tell them to put bloody Hangouts back on them.
I wish they would put Google Hangouts back online.
So much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It just worked.
Never cocked up.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh well, it hasn't gone. It's just a paid service now, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. Well, obviously, I mean, we can still use Google Hangouts as it is, but you don't have the option to then stream live to the internet, which is a big killer of it.
Yeah. Tagged you and Albert in the post. Yeah. Gav's put me. I'm see no. 27th of October.
You feel like there's something happening then, don't you?
No, what I'm thinking is for me it might be Heroes or this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to do both.
That's it. I think 27th of October is probably before I get paid. So I think I would struggle as well.
That's round about my cut-off point, see.
Yeah.
Because then I don't play
over the
after
winter.
Yeah, purely because Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean,
the money I would use for paintball and has to go elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I kind of understand, especially considering this Christmas is going to be a very busy time for me. Yeah. So, it may be one that I'm not able to attend, but as much as I would like to support it.
Which do I want to do the most? Do I want... It will sell out quick, as it is appealing to some better teams.
Yeah.
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 So, do I want to play that, or do I want to play Heroes versus Villains?
Yeah. Decisions.
And like Gassy says, it will. Yeah, I can imagine it will sell out fast.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I totally agree there. Only 12 teams, it'll sell out fast. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, anywho. I think I'm going to, leaving on that note, I think I'm going to kind of bring the stream to an end about here. Unless you've got anything else you want to say, Albert?
No.
Right. Well, in that case, then, yeah, I think we're going to end it here because I have work tomorrow and I slept in for work this morning. So, I'm
knackered now.
I'm glad I've got flexi time on the go.
I've got to sort out some camping gear for my daughter because she's going camping tomorrow.
Right. Is it a festival, is it? Or...
No, the lakes.
Ah, very nice. Hang on. You're going to the lakes as well, aren't you, Albert?
Same.
Are you going to go and gate crash your Ben's party?
No, what it is the Colliery Club have two. They do dads and kids weekend.
Yeah.
And that's all. That is normally on the Durham Big Meat.
Yeah.
And then there's no wives or girlfriends alive to that one.
Yeah.
And then they do another one in August where anybody can go, and that's this one. And it's from Thursday to Sunday, but I can't get the Thursday or the Friday off, so we were just going to go up for the Saturday night.
Ah, right. That's cool.
But my daughter's going up for all four, the Jammy Bugger.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she enjoys it.
Oh, she will.
Jamming.
What was the final score? 3-1 to Sunderland. Bloody hell, Sunderland beat the Premiership side 3-1.
Oh, well. To be honest, other than the fact that Sunderland just have won, that doesn't really mean anything to me. Never really been one for football.
Oh, now I could be up with that, Gav. All of us to play pumps.
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, that's me, you, Gav, Colin, Gassy. Anyone else?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Trying to think. That would be good, yeah. I've really got me torn now because it's between the Heroes versus Villains or playing 10 man on a hyperball field.
Yeah.
I've never played Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah, neither have I. Gassy says Colin, but I'm not sure if that's support Colin or Colin as well.
I'm guessing that's because we might have missed Colin off when we were still in the bumps.
If he's allowed out.
Yeah, he might still be grounded.
Yeah. Right.
Oh. Proper dilemmas now. Gassy, I hate you.
Why did you have to bring this up now, Gassy?
Oh. See, that's just it. Yeah, you see, it's terrible. I'd love to play all the bloody games, but it's just money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
I mean, it wouldn't even matter to me about the time off work because I'd phone in sick.
Yeah.
I've did it before.
Yeah.
I can say that because I know my boss isn't watching.
Well, I think that with only 7 people watching the stream, Albert, I think it's incredibly unlikely that your boss is watching.
Oh, it's so like proper stalks us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, mate. Honestly, I got wrong for something I posted up.
Yeah.
And she found it on my feed, and it was a good 6 months. So she'd sat and trawled through my feed looking for something.
That's a bit creepy, that, isn't it?
Well, what it was is she asked if I would be friends with her on Facebook, and I said no, I don't have anyone who I work with as friends on Facebook because it only causes problems.
I totally agree.
And I think she took the huff, and she even said, "Why is that for? Like, because you'll be up there bitching about us." And I'm like, "No." Yeah. And she literally, she trolled through 4-5 months of posts.
Well, you see,
what it was, all I posted up was, I'm sick of I am sick of being accused of thieving.
Yeah.
That's all I put.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't say it work or anything like that. And a few of my friends put 2 and 2 together and took it to be it was at work. And my brother-in-law said, "Oh, just take your paintball gun in and shoot her. And shoot the bitch," was his exact word. And I ended up getting a warning over that. And I was like, oh. Like, but I didn't mention Nissan. I just said I was sick of accused of being a thief. He goes, but then she's mentioned all the other chat. Says, well, they weren't me.
Yeah,
that was people surmising what the post was about.
But you see, the correct response to that should have been, this is exactly what I mean. You're saying, why is it because I'll be slagging people off and saying no because it causes shit with people.
Yeah,
this is exactly what I mean. That's why I don't have people from work.
I've got to be really careful with what I post on work, even to the point where you see a daft few me's and we'd miss her, Albert. You'd miss her, Albert. Yeah, you Gav, you're a twat.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm proper drawn now. I have to go. Gassy's saying he's put it on the BZ Invitational page, so I'll have to. When this is finished, I'll have to go on there.
Aye. Check it out.
Yeah.
Aye. Right. Anyway, I can hear that you're tired, Albert. I'm gonna have to get myself to bed. So then, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna end the stream here then. So it's been a pleasure to entertain you tonight. I appreciate it. I love you all. The love is unbounding. It is a pleasure to be your jester for another evening, and I guess I shall see you next time. But before I go, there will be no streams next week because I'll be on holiday. I may, if I get the opportunity, I may do like a video on my Facebook or something, but that'll be about it. I might
go anywhere. Going anywhere nice?
No plans at the moment. Just I'm gonna see what happens. No.
Oh bloody hell!
Yeah.
No, Miss Buster's star Jesse Combs. She's been killed in a car accident.
Right. Is that the one with the walrus mustache?
No, the lass with the blonde hair with the green bits in it.
Oh right, her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been killed in it. It's just been posted up 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Mm.
She was later on, you know,
Mm.
they had what was the name of that last they had in first, and everybody used to like perv over her because she was quite
Not
bunny
sure.
but a geek.
I have no idea.
Oh, well, she took over from
Yeah.
her. But, oh,
Yeah.
bloody hell.
Was she part of like the sort of the geek squad type thing that they had on that they would
Yeah.
they would bust smaller myths.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Aye. Oh. Yeah, it's shit, isn't it? But it's it comes to all.
Hosted an Extreme 4x4s back in 2002, and then season 7 of Mythbusters. Ooh.
Yeah.
Video.
Aye. Nicer.
Yeah, Nikki T's just posted up about that. And the beat goes on. Who's coming to play Hyperball?
Yeah, awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's tempting, but I think it will sell out fast with only 12 teams. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I shall see you. I'll be back doing my regular streams in 2 weeks' time. So,
oh, you never answered my question. Are you going somewhere nice?
No, there's nothing planned at the minute. It's just gotta see what happens. But yeah, there you go. So,
no problem.
So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to entertain you tonight. Thank you very much, Albert, for dropping in and doing the stream with us. And
No problem.
I guess that I shall see you next time.
Bye.